For those of you that are completely new to data visualization tools like Tableau, you're probably struggling with how to format your visualizations. So let me show you some really quick tips on how to do that. Say I have a bar chart. So with a bar chart, you need a number of elements, right? The most simplest amount is a measure and a dimension. And if you don't know what that means, really it's one blue and one green. The top one are dimensions, the bottom ones are measures. So I generally start with the measures. So say I have sales. By the way, this data set's in the description below. I'm going to bring that in, and I immediately have a bar chart. Okay, well, really a column chart. It's going vertically. And I want to split up this column chart. Say I have the subcategory. I'm going to drop that into columns, and that's just going to spread it out. Now, this is a very boring visualization. Typically, if you're coming from Excel, this is the stuff you've been doing. And to actually make it very pretty in Excel is a lot of work. But tools like Tableau make this super easy. If I wanted to color this based on their size to show intensity using their actual volume, using the same measure of sales, I can bring that from sales. Let me clear this. From sales and simply drop it into color right there. Okay, I just drag into color. And what I'm telling Tableau is I want you to color it by the aggregation that I'm giving you. So if I bring sales into color, it is now coloring it by the amount. And when it comes to data visualization, this is so important because when you give this to someone else to consume as a visualization, because it's more intense, the color, naturally the brain, the way it's wired is to go, wow, that's bigger, that's more important. So when we change colors like this, for example, and let's say the number is a good number, if I go edit colors, I can change the actual gradient of color. So I can go orange, I can go green, but we can take it one step further, which is we can use colors that people are used to signify certain things. So green is good for sales, okay, because we're showing sales. But really what we want to signify is those that do the most sales. So I can do something like this. I can go gray and dark, for example. So I can switch this to green, let's say, and I can reverse these colors just using this button right here. So now what I'm essentially doing is I'm letting the green jump out so that it's the first thing people notice. And you can even make this gray a lot lighter, for example. Okay, and again, now all you see is the green. We can take this again one step further. I can also sort this highest to lowest. So if I go up here, you can see these two buttons, and they will decide if it's ascending or descending. So if I click the first one, okay, now what I've done is I've reorganized them so that the biggest ones are to the right. Generally, we work from left to right because that's how we read books in the West. So if I pick the other one, that's actually better. So when you present this to a stakeholder and they see it, that is the first point of focus. They're not even processing all the other stuff, which is not important. Now, say the low values are the ones we want to signal to the stakeholder. We can change these colors. We'll go back to red and black. Let's look for that one. We'll turn off the reverse. And as you can see here, it's actually done the opposite. We can make this one a little bit lighter on the top end. And so the red is now jumping out. So this is the beauty of using colors. And honestly, we haven't even used our keyboard. We're just clicking away. We can also add labels to this to make it easier, which is something people like. And all you have to do is, same thing, drop the aggregation onto labels. That's it. It's honestly that simple. It's like drag and drop. You can see it's all numbers there, super easy. And when you hover, you'll actually start to see all the information that we're adding into this visualization be generated. This part here is called a tooltip, and we modify this using this one right here. So let me show you that. So say I wanted to give it a little bit more kind of style. I can say something like this: sales by subcategory. I can make that title a little bit bigger. I can make these ones, let's say, in the center, for example. Let's make this one blue and go OK. So now when I hover, you can see I've modified the tooltip to look like that. Okay. You can also, lastly, change the width. So if I click on this size button right here and adjust this, I can make it thinner or wider. My general rule is you want to have enough space so that the eyes recognize there is some separation. Some people tend to do this, and it's just too much. It's too much. You want to give the eye a natural separation. So generally, about there is good. So there you have it. Really basic formatting for a column chart. I hope you guys really like this. Hit that thumbs up. I teach all of this in detail on my website. The link to that is in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed and see you next time.